Here's what's happening with the Department of Education. We have a massive hemorrhaging of students, massive hemorrhaging. We're in a very dangerous place in a number of students that we are dropping.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't get the smile off my face. My bad, I didn't realize you were back on the air. Joining me now, my friend Karol Markowicz of the New York Post. Karol, man, that's the best news I've heard in a long time. I don't know what he's so down about. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, it's not bad. It means that parents are making other choices. I wish New York made it easier for those parents to make better choices for their kids, maybe a voucher program, for example. But yeah, absolutely. Kids are getting what they need, and that means that it's at the cost of New York City public schools, and that's the way it has to be.
Karol, Eric Adams is one of the guys, just one of the more wretched human beings in politics out there. He's one of these guys, vaccinate everyone, put masks on everyone. Does Eric Adams genuinely get up in the morning and put his pants on thinking about masking children and think to himself, he's not the reason kids are leaving school?
It's very interesting that he doesn't make that connection, because I've heard from parents that have pulled their kids out because they don't trust that masking won't return, say, in September. There's so many reasons that people leave. I mean, over the last 2 years, obviously people left because of COVID regulations or because of just general COVID insanity in places like New York City. But they also left because Bill de Blasio, the former mayor, destroyed merit-based education. Where you needed to apply to schools and have straight A's and have good grades and good testing or whatever. He made it a full-on lottery. And so many people I knew who had high-performing children who wanted to go to good middle or high schools decided, forget it, I'm getting out of here. He destroyed our best schools, didn't do anything for the worst schools, and I'm out of here, and I'm taking my family with me. And it's something that's happening in a lot of places. Yesterday, my column ran in the New York Post, but at the very same time, my friend Mary Catherine Ham had almost the identical article about California, because they too are experiencing this very serious drop in enrollment in their public schools, and they also don't know what they're going to do about it.
Karol, you mentioned he ruined the better schools. Mm-hmm. How?
Well, so New York had some really excellent public schools. We weren't crazy, all of us who lived there for a long time. Things were going well. Crime was down. Schools were doing great. Everything was kind of on the up and up. And these schools where you needed to show, so they're called gifted and talented programs in New York, but they're also, there's middle schools and high schools where you have to apply to get in. And these schools are very academically strong, or they were, now they're not. During the pandemic, Bill de Blasio used that time to make these schools into lottery. So where you had these really high achieving, high performing kids all together and kind of helping each other and motivating each other forward, he turned it into a lottery system where anybody could get in, and kids of all different performance got into these schools. And obviously the schools were not nearly as strong as they used to be. And again, this would have been one thing if he had also focused on fixing the worst schools. Instead, he made the best schools worse, and that's how he achieved equity.
Yeah, that's not going to work. It'd be like putting me in with the Asian kids.
Don't miss Jesse Kelly Breaks History. Che Guevara, the latest episode of a new series available now exclusively for First TV supporters. Visit the First TV app or thefirsttv.com to subscribe and start watching today.